welcome everybody to Thursday Night Live. Welcome. As you see in the title, Clark County, PA, or maybe PA. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on, and it's a YouTube channel that I found today. It's the hearing, the merit board hearing of Sergeant Tom Higgins. There's 3 videos. One of them's about an hour and something wrong. And I don't know if the sheriff gets sworn in and those merit boards things. I don't know how that works here in Indiana. Boy, he got fat. And I want you all to watch those videos. And you see Mr. Webb, who is Sergeant Higgins' lawyer. His dad, Weber's dad, was a judge. He was a judge. I want you to listen to it. The video I showed you, and it was on the local news, didn't show the whole thing. You know, I guess any reporter can get the whole body cam footage. And the sheriff, Scotty Maples, lied when he was in that deal. I want you all to watch that video of Clark County PA. You all who's police officers and lawyers, I want you to look at it. This is here in Clark County, Indiana. I guess every state, their merit board's different. The merit board is chosen by the sheriff's department. Hello, Spoonful. Hi, my friend. Welcome. And I don't know how I came up on that Clark County PA. I guess it's public assistance, I guess what it stands for. And he lied in it. Hello, music. How you doing? Welcome. I believe this is your first time here. And Aaron, I think that's your first time here. Welcome. And Scotty Maples, the sheriff of Clark County, he's a crooked sheriff, just like Jamie Lowe. If you listen to that, hello, grandson. If you listen to in that video, he said he's the one that turned in Jamie Lowe, the sheriff, to the state police. He lied. In fact, people, it's on YouTube. Go to For Public Safety, Chris and Tiffany. They brought it out over 2 years ago, before Scotty even thinking of running for sheriff. So he lied there. That makes me mad. Oh, that's good. I like him. And one thing that was left out of the report And the body cam footage, they said that guy that they tased, the weapons was secured by the boy's mother, the way I took it from watching that hour video of Scotty Maple. And people, you know there's rules. I'm asking your police officers. That there's rules you got to follow on those tasers when you take training. I don't know if federal law or your state law. I don't know, because I'm not a police officer. And it sounds like that those two deputies shot this retarded guy. He's not all there. And they didn't follow the rules. And I don't know what state it was in the United States. See, Sergeant Higgins is a Democrat. And he was off duty in his POV, no radios on him, supporting Edward Bars. And what state it was, I think it was another sheriff's department or a mayor or something, saying if they didn't donate to their campaign or vote for them, they're going to lose their job. That's the same thing Scotty Maples did to Sergeant Higgins. Usually the night shift, we have 4 officers. Now we're down to 3. For some reason, since he got put on, kind of vacation, you call it, and we're down to 3 on night shift. And hello, Doctor Who, he promoted the other guy to sergeant, but he had to get rid of Sergeant Higgins to promote the other guy to sergeant. That's how it works in Clark County. And, like New York, California, I forget the term that they use. What is it? IA? Yeah, IA, Internal Affairs, investigate any wrongdoings in a police department. Clark County don't have an IA department. It was never investigated by any police department. That's kind of funny, people. It's kind of funny. Also, my son showed me a video of a federal agent who's retired with 30 years of service, running for sheriff as Edward Bars. You can find him on YouTube. That's the mayor of Charlestown's husband. Now Scotty Maples got us into a federal lawsuit in Indiana Bureau, or what's California? What's IA? Or like if you watch CSI Miami, they got this idiot who wants to investigate the CSI. I guess I call it AI. And so now this other deputy, he left the sheriff's department. I think his name was Kramer. He, and he's suing the sheriff's department, Indiana State Police, in federal court because of Scotty Maples is a a-hole. He's not a good police officer. You know, Tom Higdon, he was a jail guard before he came a road deputy and went to the police academy and all this. Scotty Maples started out in the jail. Well, Scotty Maples, when he was a jail guard, he beat the crap out of inmates. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to do. Going to cost the taxpayers. That means my property taxes will go up, people. And he beat inmates. And back last year, I don't know when it was on the local TV station that Scotty Maples and pass it on down through the jail command. Well, these guards that's in the jail, they quit because they did not want to have nothing to do with it. This young man, he's kind of slow, retarded, stuff like that. So they beat the crap out of him. They beat the crap out of this retarded guy in jail last year. That's a fact. Straight from a couple of guards that used to work there. They did not want to have nothing to do with it. That's the kind of sheriff that we got in Clark County. But Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon, he was a jail guard before Scotty Maples. That's true. This does happen in Clark County. You know, they don't care about you in the Clark County, Indiana jail. They abuse you. You sleep on the floor. The jail's overcrowded. That means another lawsuit. When? I don't know. It could be this year, next year. I don't know. But this Kramer, who was the deputy, he filed a federal lawsuit, and I think it was in New Albany, Indiana. It was the FBI and the federal building is in New Albany filed it. I don't know what the case number is. Kramer versus Clark County Sheriff and the Indiana State Police. You can look that up. And I don't like it. Okay, I told you I was shot 39 and a half years ago. But my ex-wife said I shot myself. That's a blankety blank lie. She's a liar. And in fact, it was my son's mother who shot me with a .22 pistol. I had the bullets in the ashtray and my .22 pistol behind the seat in my blue Datsun pickup truck. She was pregnant. Yes, I did. She's dead now. Mary's dead. She died 2 years ago, December the 6th. I know your lady has the right to do away with your baby, but she didn't know nothing about babies, changing diapers, this or that, but it was my first son. I don't know how much money I spent on a lawyer and a judge, and she figured if I was dead, she could go ahead and murder my son. She has told my son, said, I did shoot your dad because I want to get rid of you. She said that all through his life up until him turning 18, 19 years old. So I had to straighten that out because I told you, I tell you the truth. That's what happened on the gunshot. My ex-wife, Mary, who's up in heaven, been up there for 2 years since December 6th when she passed away. Hey, doctor, I don't know if you, oh no, that didn't happen, but this doctor was in Salisbury, Indiana. That's the 9-mile marker of I-65. What was his name? Dr. Mars, I think. He was drinking, cheating on his wife. He came home drunk one night. His wife put crazy glue on his hand and glued it to his ball bat and had the ambulance take him to over in Louisville, Kentucky hospital. Well, the nurses that worked on him at that hospital, because the doctor was in with my family, Dr. Jones and Vasco. We knew about it, couldn't keep it a secret, but he's dead now, but he was a good doctor, but he cheated on his wife. And that was funny. That was funny. And my son, I was watching a video. It was on Glenn Kirschner, Kirschher YouTube channel that I saw today about Don Lemon. And I asked my son who he was. I found out who he was. But I think it's all the news, but people, if you got Facebook, I told you about support Officer Tom Higgin. You can keep up on that part of it. Also, another one on YouTube, but I'm going to have to get my son's cell phone one night. Well, he can bring it up on Facebook. It's Edward Bars, Byers. He's running for sheriff here in Clark County. Maybe Edward Bars 21 something, I don't know, but it's Edward Bars running for sheriff. He's been in federal law enforcement 30 some odd years before he finally retired. You know, I'm not getting paid to support Ed. I know Ed, he's younger than me. I'm thinking he's probably in his late 60s, I think. And I want you to listen what he wants to do with the sheriff's department, like police departments like New York and probably California. Before you can get a promotion, you have to take, I think, a written test or something like that. And he also wants to do 3 times a year evaluation report on all the deputies, even the jail people, I believe. I'm not sure on the jail staff. And I don't know if Ed comes up here and watch my YouTube channel, but Ed has a whole lot of friends. Like on the merit board, right now, Clark County Merit Board doesn't have any police officers on the merit board. Since Clark County covers Clarksville, Jeffersonville, Utica, Borden, and Charlestown, pick a police officer from each department, women and men, no matter if they're Democrat or Republican, and maybe a preacher on it. That's only my opinion. But I like to see either state of Indiana or the federal government make it a law that to be on a merit board, sheriff's department, I don't know how the state police works, that they get voted in by us, we the people, to be on the merit board, and qualifications, you have to be a police officer. That's what I like to see our federal government do. So, I had to bring it up. That's how come in my title tonight, I got Clark County-PA. That's on YouTube. That shows you the merit board hearing with the first, like I say, the one video is about an hour and something. That's where the sheriff, Scotty Maples, was talking. What video I showed you of that incident that happened back last year, that's only a few minutes. But the whole body cam footage shows more than what the news media showed. Thank you for whatever the smiles. It shows a whole different story than what they put out on the news stations. I don't have the money. I don't have a computer where I can get them through the Information Act of the whole body camera footage from both of them. But his lawyer, Mr. Webb, who used to be a judge, his dad was a judge, that it don't show everything. It told the deputies that his mother had all the guns secure. You have to watch that video. You're going to have to listen or close or get the closed caption where you can follow it. Scotty Maples lied to the merit board. I don't know when the next commissioners or whatever meeting's going to be. That's when the merit board is supposed to let it all out. I'm the way I am a kind of like reporter. I used to have press passes and all that for the Even News, the leader, the courier, you know. You know, you know, I hate to gripe about it, but it's my tax dollars. If Sergeant Higdon was to lose, I said if, and that means he's going to sue Scotty Maples, the merit board, for millions of dollars and defamation of character and all this. It's going to cost the taxpayers more and you Scotty Maple, since Sargent is a Democrat, caught him with the other Eddie Barr's shirt on and hat on supporting him. He decided to make it rough on him. You can't do that. It's illegal. A federal court done ruled you can't do that. And but I know I'm upsetting people. You know, since I've been talking about Scotty Maples and Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon, and like I say, you can go to Facebook and type in their search engine. My son said, yeah, they do have a search engine. Put in support Officer Tom Higdon. And you see everything. By Scotty Maples doing what he did, the crooked sheriff, that he lost over 2,000 votes. Sergeant Tom is from Henryville, Indiana. It's south of me. You got Underwood, Henryville, Memphis, Salisbury, all backing Sergeant Tom Higdon. Maybe some other cities is backing him. And that's Democrats and Republicans. So I say Scotty Maples lost over 2,000 votes in November. We have to wait and see. And, you know, he's going to be no matter in a May primary because nobody will run against him. Just like the prosecutor here in Clark County. It's a Republican. Why don't a Democrat run for prosecutor? What is that, people? I don't understand that. I'm 71 plus years old. I don't understand it. And Swan Song, you're a very good looking young lady. Swan Song. And her kitty cats. I love her kitty cats. There's her and another lady, Mel. She hasn't been on here, but Swain Song, she leaves comments that I see later on. Thank you, Swain Song. Thank you. And I love her kitty cats. And I saw a video that she had her son, yeah, she is a pretty lady. Her son was reading something out of a book or something. I don't know if it was a poem or what it was. And she's pretty nice. You know, let's see. I'm gonna say maybe don't shoot me, swing song. I'm gonna say late 30s, early 40s, because I'm guessing her son's probably in her 20s, in his 20s. So 4 times, I think, 4 or 5. Let's see. Rita, Lynn, Betty, Mary. 5 times. I've been married 5 times. Hello, other not TY. How you doing? I want to thank you people that's watching my videos, helping me get my watch hours up. I peeked out the living room window on the porch. I got to be real quiet because Boots has got 2 babies. I guess the third one, died. I guess. It was a calico. Every time she has a calico, I love it. But, she's the mother cat. A little bit, it looks like Alexa. I hope you pass with flying colors. And another one of Boots' baby is black, like the grandma black. Hello again, Jacob. And if I just look out the window and it sees me, it takes off. I always got to be quiet. I got the window open a little bit. If I say hi, bam. The weather, I think, is up in the 20s. It's been snowing off and on all day, like cornflakes, so I knew it wouldn't snow too long. Snowflakes, it don't snow that long. Like sawdust, that real fine snow that we got for the last 2 weeks, it snows for a long time. And another thing I always want to mention, you all know nurses that works in the hospital, nursing homes, wherever. I want you all to think a nurse I got an orange cat, but it's a female cat. It's not a tomcat. Kathy is an orange cat, and it's a female cat. But I got 2 outside orange cats that are tomcats, Junior and Tiger. One of them just showed back up after being gone for about a month. I guess he was out catting, like tomcats. I got enough female cats outside, but he decided to come back home. And he said, "Is that worth going out and starving to death and freezing to death. Man, I got smart kitty cats. When I took the trash bags out and 1, 2, 3 Coke boxes out that my son drinks and pizza boxes, I looked out where the shed is, the metal shed. You can see a path that goes out to my shed where the cats are getting underneath it. But it don't keep the wind off of them. It does keep oh, that's good. On the right side of the shed, I got the metal shed, but I guess that'll keep the wind from out of the west blowing underneath it. But I look, like I said, I look out my living room window where I got the dog cage on the porch with the heat lamp. That thing's full. Thank you for the hearts. And I probably got 10 to 20 cats in that cage all snuggle up. Yeah, I like orange juice. But orange juice has Bobby Christian. Boy, you got 271 subscribers and 116 videos. That's pretty good, my friend. That is pretty good. But you're welcome, people. I'm not like other people's YouTube channels. I hate this cold weather since I'm a diabetic, arthritis, the bullet. This cold weather kills me at this time of year. The rules is no hate crimes, no arguing, no sexual harassment. Yeah, I'm about 100 and something away from 1,000 subscribers, Bobbit. But I need everybody's help to get my watch hours up. I need to get my watch hours up where I can get monetized. But I need money. I got to put a new roof on my house. Those things that I need for my house, I need to get me a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn with my fixed income. Time I pay all my bills, my house payment, I don't have nothing left. I don't have anything left. I can't even go out and buy me a lotto ticket. I don't have the extra money. People, keep trying there, Jacob. Don't give up. Don't give up. Maybe you can do some live videos. Talk about you taking care of your father and your other grandpa and living in Canada and what Providence of Canada. And like us people here in the United States, what if somebody wants to come to visit Canada where you live? I know where 709 lives. He showed a bunch of videos. He got a whole lot of video files about where he lives, the animals, and music concerts that he goes to, that he's in. You could do the same thing. But the rules is, people, no cussing, no gay stuff, no sexual harassment, no hate crimes, no arguing. You know, be polite, be nice, you know. Just like, I get people up here that wants to argue. And I got good moderators. You got to have good moderators, the ones that will follow your rules. And some moderators might put you in timeout for 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes. And I have warned people. And finally, I put them in timeout 24 hours. Because I don't put up with no bull crap. Because this is like God's channel. You go by God's rules. No bad words, you know. And there's another YouTube channel. She's a nice young lady in California. It's Sassy Sunflower. She's 10 times meaner than me, people. If you screw up or say the wrong thing on her YouTube channel, you gone bye-bye. She don't put up with no bull crap. And I won't put up, but my moderators, I got some that's in their 20s, 30s, 40s. Some that's my age that knows all your young people terms that you all use that I don't understand. They put you in timeout for a long time, then I get an email. Yeah, you're right there, Jacob. You're right. You know, maybe if I do like everybody else, hello there, 709. And, I could be like everybody else. I probably would have 10,000, and plus I've been monetized. I'm doing pretty good after watching the videos. And as you see by the title of tonight's video, it's called Clark County PA. That's on YouTube. That's Clark County Sheriff's Department Merit Board of Sergeant Tom Higdon thing that happened in January. And it showed, I watched it 3 times to make sure I didn't miss what he said. He lied in that video. And any police officers out there, that's how come I say, if you're on Facebook, type in the Facebook search engine, support Officer Tom Higdon, Hidgon. He's been on the sheriff's department over 20 years, maybe 30 years, if you count his being in a jail as a jail guard. Because I'm trying to educate you. I know how Clark County is. I've been living in Clark County over the 71 plus years. Okay, you people, I don't know if you heard that on your local news. Canada, probably not. I don't know if it makes it to Canada or not. You know, Congressman, 9th District, Lee Hamilton. He passed away. It's Congressman Lee Hamilton of the 9th District of Indiana. Passed away this week. That's when we had good congressmen and senators, like Senator Lugar, Vice President Quayle, who was a U.S. Senator. That's when everybody worked together. Everybody worked together. And this lady, it has something to do with ICE. And she was up in front of the judge. And she said that the people wouldn't listen to her. I forget what her name was. They fired her, I guess, in the last 2 days. But it made it on the news today. So she didn't want to do anything illegal. That's that lady that got fired by either Homeland Security or whoever fired her, President Trump. I don't know. If I would want to hire her because she's an honest person. Okay, Jacob. He 709. He did fix him some Rice Krispie bar. You know, Rice Krispies with marshmallows. And but I would want an honest person like her working for me. And they fired her for speaking the truth. Our government don't want the truth out there to anybody. You know, I don't trust our government. Like social studies people, or history, or civics, but thanks to Jessica, the young lady, setting me straight. Like I say, I've been out of school 50 years. I forgot about social studies. I thought it was history. But she was right and I was wrong. And I told you about Adolf Hitler, the concentration camps, the cremation, killing the Jews. The soldiers killed the Jews out there on the street. Who does that remind you of? President Trump, the ICE. ICE is the German soldiers killing civilians, just like Adolf Hitler and his people, just like Trump is doing. They're doing exactly the same thing that Adolf Hitler did. I know you all don't agree with me. You're right. But what happened if your son or daughter that's in the armed forces married somebody from Mexico or China or Afghanistan or wherever, and ICE arrested your son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Just think about it, people. It could happen. They're also going on the Indian reservation, which they don't have no authority. And since I'm 71 plus years old, if this keeps up, people, we're going to have a civil war here in the USA. And 709, since you're from Canada, what will Canada do with ICE comes to Canada? You know, I want you people to think about it. What will happen if ICE was to come to Canada? But I did learn something today. Like, you're an Indian from, say, Canada or whatever, you can come to the United States. You don't need a passport under some 1800 treaty. They're getting arrested. They're breaking the Indian law, the treaty. You know, it's always the government was to screw with the Indians. You younger people, social studies. Texas and to the west of California all used to be Mexican territory. You know, you study this in history, in social studies. We stole land from Mexico. You know, your younger people is smart. And I'm asking your African American people, when is ICE going to start picking on you? You say, why would ICE pick on us? We was born here. Yes and no. They, back when they brought the slaves over from Africa, that means they was illegal citizens when you all was kidnapped from Africa. Just think about it, people. I got nothing against African American people. Just think about it. Could it happen to you all African American people? You know, your ancestors was kidnapped to the United States. They're not legal. Just think about it. You know, I just want you to think about it. Because I know a whole lot of African American people. It's very smart up here. Very smart. Could that happen? Yes, it could happen. But another thing, people, you look at Trump, President Trump's last two wives. They're foreigners. Are they here legally? Or did they come illegally? Why haven't ICE arrested the First Lady or Trump's ex-wife who's a foreigner? Just think about it, people. You can look all this up because it has been on the news, but like Trump says, fake news. You know. But I'm going to make this a short video tonight because I had to bring it up about Clark County-PA YouTube channel. I want you all to go to that and watch that hour-long video, but I think they got 3 videos. And that hour video, hour, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, watch him questioning Scotty Maples. And really listen, you might have to put the closed caption on. That when they show the body cam footage in court, not what we got on the news, they show the whole body cam footage, which we didn't get to see. They told more and what Scotty Maples edited what the news media got. So that's something to think about. I let you all make your choice for it, to look at it. Because you all smarter than me. You know, I just want you all to look at that video. Then you see that woman. She's a sheriff's lawyer. Then you see Weber, who's the sergeant's lawyer, who used to be a judge. His dad was a judge. So I want you all to make the choice. And you all people here, you're my YouTube family. You're the closest thing I got to a real family, besides my son. He's in bed sleeping. So I want you all make your judgment, watch the video, listen to it, even your police officers and your lawyers, and watch it. I like to see them make a federal law that your merit board consists of police officers, not civilians. Since where I live in Clark County, we got Clarksville, Jeffersonville, Utica, Charlestown, Salisbury, and Borden. Choose one from each department. Make sure you got a couple ladies on, police officers. And also, Clark County don't have what they call a written test before you get promoted, like California, New York, and probably Florida, probably Chicago. You have to take a written test to be a sergeant or a detective, lieutenant. I like to see they make that a law, federal law, because federal overrules state. I just, that's what I like to see happen, people. Hello, Jay. Welcome. Jay, you need to get you some videos. You need to get you some videos. I don't know if you live here in the United States or the country. Whatever your state from, you don't have to tell you the city you're from. Tell something about your state that people come and visit your state. And what nice places to eat. Also, Jay, you can help us older people out. If you computer smart, help us old people to understand what kind of computer or cell phone we need at our old age. And, the YouTube and play games and thanks to your people and you people on Twitch, that's how come I bought me a new computer. It'd be a year Saturday that I got from Amazon. And it's third party. Stay away from those third parties. Because this third party computer, PC online, is no good. Walmart, Amazon, New Gig, NEGG, New Gig. Stay away from them. Because you will get took. Anything that has PC online, stay away from them. They're crooked. They scam you. They sell you get a new computer. It's a refurbished computer. They put ransomware on there like they did me. I had 1 TB of hard drive. Had a good graphics card. And on the RAM, they upgraded it. From what HP told me, it voided the warranty. But HP won't fix it. I think HP computer people is wrong. I think they're wrong. That makes HP look bad. To me, it does. They do Dell computers. They do, what is it, Lenovo, Lenovo, and other computers. Anything with PC online, stay away from it. If you don't believe me when I'm telling you about PC online, go to your search engine, type in PC online, and scroll down to the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau. You see 200 plus complaints, and you see I'm telling you the truth. But people, I don't want you to give up on your dreams. Follow your dreams. If it's on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever your media site, or even if you play games, you younger people, since I'm an old man and you know about the age I am, what kind of games that I can play that it's easy for an old man? I see, I play solitaire. I always played solitaire. But I've seen some, Call to Duty, and I watch some of your kids' games. I sit there trying to figure out what they doing, and I don't understand games like that. There's a bunch of old people on my YouTube channel. We like to have something to do because I'm 71 plus years old. I'm bored. God wants me to talk to you, to help you out. That's what He wants me to do. As my ex-wife said, I shot myself. That's a big fat lie. My ex-wife, my son's mother, shot me. And the bullets was in the ashtray. a 22 pistol was in the back behind the seat with no bullets in it. She shot me because she was pregnant with my son. She figured since I was dead, she could have had an abortion. She have told my son that many a time. So, Foxy lady, you're wrong. But maybe that's Miss GR talking. So, people, before I get off of here, thank a nurse for their service in the hospital or wherever. Thank a nurse for their service. I salute you all. Send my 5.